2 weeks. 2 weeks I've been saying I had 14 people yesterday. You had 14? Yeah, right? Right? Go ahead. Blow your fucking mind and say that. Like 14's a big number. I don't give a fuck how many people are there. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about numbers. You care about numbers. I don't give a fuck. That's the difference.
You care about numbers?
Of course you do.
Oh, my screens up like Billy and Shannon do if I gave a fuck about numbers.
Dude, come on, man. It's not about numbers.
You know, damn
content.
For more than 35 years, Fisher House has been there for military and veteran families,
I
saving
don't have
more
any
than
content.
$610 million.
What
The
content
foundation
do you
is
have
on the
other than
road to
talking shit
building
about
100
everybody
Fisher
on there?
houses across the
I
country
don't talk
and
shit about
overseas.
everybody.
Learn more at FisherHouse.org.
Early birds always rise to the occasion for summer vacation planning because early gets you closer to the action. So don't be late. Book your next vacation early on Vrbo and save over $530 on weekly stays. After saving $550 select homes on minimum 7 days to reply. But now look at you,
Oh, come on. That's like 2 minutes of the whole fucking streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Listen, I didn't come up here to defend myself because I don't have to. I'm God. You, on the other hand, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Under the brick and steel of a nondescript footing, we've once again made contact with our leader, Love him.
What's that? Rusty took the biggest dump you've ever taken on a guy and he fucking ran for the hill. It's not my business what he wants to I don't care about the throne. Actually, well, man, I just let Will out of it. I'm up in the heavens looking down at everyone down in the table.
877-381-3811, 877-381-3811. I hope you had a good weekend. Man, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of heartbreaking news all over the world. I'm going to talk about Iran, now in Syria. You know, that guy that was part of ISIS, I guess he was, or Al-Qaeda. And everybody told us he's reformed, told our government is reformed, and so all these sanctions that were placed on Syria were dropped. We got an envoy there, Thomas Barak, who is a disgrace and a disaster. I've called him out many times on this program and on social media. He's been an apologist for a lot of these terror organizations. I feel he's deceived the American people on many occasions. Again, it's not a secret. You know that I feel this way. And even more. But what's happening right now is Erdogan, who is the fascist, Islamist, genocidal maniac who's destroyed Turkey and their government, is behind this effort, working with this phony reformer, this terrorist who runs Syria, to ethnically cleanse the Kurds. And about 2 hours ago, the main prison in which about 5,000 ISIS prisoners are held. Did you see that, Mr. Producer?
Don't call me every fucking day, though.
They're gone now. They've been released. That's right.
I thought it was Gomez.
Gone and been released. Now, to make matters even worse, Saudi Arabia and Qatar, you should know, have opposed the United States taking military action to help stop the Iranian Holocaust that's taking place, and it's still taking place. And Qatar and Saudi Arabia have persuaded our administration to drop all the sanctions against Syria And so you could say they have blood on their hands too. Meanwhile, we've set up this board of peace to deal with Hamas in Gaza. And among the countries invited are Qatar and Turkey to serve on the board. And Benjamin Netanyahu obviously is going to protect his people in his country. And he said, no.
Continue, go ahead.
They didn't even tell us, the administration, that they were appointing these two. And there will be no Turkish troops or Qatari troops of any kind in Gaza. Now remember, Gaza used to be part of Israel, even ancient Israel, 4,000 years ago. And the Israelis carved it out for the Palestinians, who then, of course, used it to kill Israelis.
I'll give you that much.
And Israel says, we're not going to allow Turkey and Qatar, the two biggest supporters of Hamas, still protecting their billionaire bosses, to put an army on our border if we lost 1,000 troops, which is equivalent to us losing 35,000 troops. It's a country of 9-10 million people. So that's a mess as far as I'm concerned. But I want to circle back. First things first, and that is the Iranian people. And they're being slaughtered. They're being slaughtered by the thousands. I wouldn't be surprised if we're 30, 35,000 by now. Hundreds of thousands of casualties. The manner in which these Islamists treat women in particular and young people is just so subhuman.
It's not a good look for God.
They've been shooting them in the face and the eyes with pellets to blind them. They've been infiltrating, telling them to go down an alley, and then they go down an alley and they murder them. They're burning the buildings that they're in. They're dragging them out of homes. They brought in now thousands of militia, terrorist militia out of Iraq and Hezbollah. So they have their stormtroopers, and then they have the SS that they're bringing in. And these people are unarmed. It is a horrendous thing that's going on. Horrendous. I want you to listen to something Friday night. I'm going to be spending many Friday nights on Hannity's program. Not every Friday night, but many. This went viral. I don't do things to go viral.
I'm not using my other to go on any panel.
Let's play this.
That's not happening.
I
use this one.
About this.
He's got me blocked.
We lost 20 to 30,000.
It doesn't matter what handle I use. He has it blocked.
And when Donald Trump says help is on the way,
he can't see me when I post any chat. He had to go look. That's why he couldn't put my name up on his screen, because he has me blocked on that account.
Talk to my fellow Americans for a minute. The vast majority of these people who protested and are being murdered and held in prisons, being tortured and raped, are young people the age of your children and grandchildren.
So fuck you, Wiggin.
You go online and you look at these photos, you see 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds dead, their eyes wide open, looking into the sky. They had to wonder, my God, what's happening to me? Their prisons are filled with foul. All
right. Now, Wiggin just made a comment about JT. Oh, JT's got a woman. Where before you come at her at them that they're brother and sister. Everybody's watching you wig out, Wiggin. That's what's happening. I gotta agree with Gotti. Will Durant, if you fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck you with you back. All right. I pretty much let you say what you want to say, but don't attack me, because I'll just do it back to you. Well, I'm listening to Levin. Gotti's gone. All right. He ain't gonna let you up. You should come up here, Will Durant. You should have the courtesy to come up on my panel and talk to me like a man. That's what you should do. But I don't tell people what to do. That's not why I'm here.
Sometimes there's things we cannot do. The Uyghurs in China and so forth and so on. You just said that this guy Khomeini has ordered the assassination of our president. They've tried to assassinate our president. He should be taken out. When you try to take out the president of the United States, Since when do we tolerate that from any 7th century barbarian primitive? Not today, not yesterday. We shouldn't take it tomorrow.
This is from his Fox show, which I don't watch. I could.
This is a regime that said
I should.
Took out our nukes,
he does some good interviews.
Our knowledge about nukes, and we're going to keep building them, and we're going to attack the United States. They've killed 1,000.
And Jara Wiggin wants to say that Mark Levin is an Israeli. He's not a U.S. citizen. He's saying I'm not a U.S. citizen.
How much this crap are we going to take from these terrorists? How much more? They are slaughtering these young people.
Wiggin admitted it to Gotti just to be he opened that for me. I was live fucking 2 hours before that. All he wants to do is come in my side chat and try to troll me.
And the president, I believe in all my heart, is going to keep.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's not going to do him any good. He's a fucking idiot. He's chicken to come up here. He's got me blocked. Don't care, lowly pilot. Don't care. I don't care.
Where's my mother and my father? Can somebody help me? You hear them?
The one and only lowly pirate. I don't fucking care. Wiggin doesn't matter. He's the one who shot himself in the foot. And it's true. DA has never used that line before. He did a stream for destruction of Hayden. He's a fucktard. He's not all that great of a guitar player. Who wants to sit there and listen to that? He didn't even have a panel. He's not having a discussion with anybody. All we want to do is insult and innuendo. That's all Wiggin does. He turns everything sexual. That's how he talks. He's scared of my fucking panel. He won't let me up. It doesn't matter what account I use on there. As my main account, he's got it blocked. He has it blocked. And then he's sitting there going to say something good about JT and Rain, that they're, JT has a woman, but before, when they first came on the scene, they're sister and brother, and you guys fucking pounded that and pounded that. This is why I don't like you, Wiggin. And they have the thumbs down for a reason. You don't have to like me. I don't give a fuck. Gotti's right. Why? It's like, I got 5 people. Why are you worried about my lowly little chat, Wiggin, since you draw the numbers? Vader's mad that Wolfie came up here again the other day. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. And you guys just, insult and innuendo. That's all you have. Yeah, Wiggin, why are you worried about Gotti and his 3 people in his stream? I have a wrench there. That's only so you see me there and you block me, I can still see your fucking dumb ass. That's all I care about. Because you're chicken shit. You got me blocked, Wiggin, on your panel. You won't let me up. So Billy wins. Bottom line. No matter what you say. I'm king. I can do it. I do nothing wrong. I'm not tuning back. Gotti went up there. Once again, Wiggin can't admit when he's wrong about something because he is wrong. All right? He wouldn't do that to me face to face. Hey, Wiggin, your son's a cop. What's going to happen if he has to deal with illegal immigrants? Do you tell your son if he comes across an undocumented immigrant to let him go? It'd be nice to him. They're just here trying to make a life for themselves, right? You're such a fucking idiot, Wiggin.
Christians, as well as the Jews. A lot of these minorities they're our friends, they're our allies. It's amazing, isn't it? The first religion of the big 3, Judaism, then Christianity, and a long way off,
Can you turn the music down to...
and yet they want to wipe out the remaining Jews in the area. They've been wiping out the Christians, and they claim all the land is theirs. Now, isn't that absurd, Mr. Producer? They're the last in, and yet they claim all the holy sites of the Jews and the Christians. Well, they're not their holy.
I'm there. I hear you.
And they don't get.
I'm baby doll.
I'll be right back.
And you let Colin see up there.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
In Woodbridge, there is still a disabled truck on Express 95 South and 123 with the 2 right lanes are blocked.
We know you're stupid, Colin. We know you're stupid.
From Morton Road on and off towards Woodbridge and from Morton heading in towards Newington. Also, you will still find crash activity in Manassas that has the southbound lanes of Liberia Avenue closed between Signal Hill Road and Wellington Road. And also watch out for an accident in Springfield on Virginia 644 at Loisdale Road. And in Laurel, there is an accident on Route 1 just south of Cherry Lane at Mulberry Street. Now for GarageDroidCare.com, the WMAL Storm Watch 7 forecast.
Tonight, mainly clear with lows in the teens. Feels like temps in the single digits. Tomorrow, sunny, the highs around 30.
At first, no one noticed. The receipts stopped piling up. Late nights vanished. Finance just worked. Quietly, smoothly, like the system started running itself. Turns out it was a rent. The rent automatically swipe.
Will Durant watch my support in the worst way. He knows where the talent is. Baby Jarl Jr.
Ready to make your finance headaches vanish? Get $250 off at ramp.com/trial. Feeling under the weather? You can Teladoc that. Actually, for almost everything health-related, checkups, check-ins, and everything in between, you can Teladoc that. Visit teladochealth.com to get started. TELADOC health.com.
Deciding where to grow or move your business can be full of unexpected delays. Or you could just go to Ohio. With billions invested in shovel-ready sites, a dedicated team whose only job is to tackle red tape, and 0% corporate income tax, Ohio makes it easy for your business to scale faster. In fact, Ohio ranked number 2 in the U.S. for the lowest cost of doing business multiple years in a row. Your move. Learn more at jobsohio.com.
Chris Plant here. Tired of dating online and want to meet real people face to face? Let the professional matchmakers at It's Just Lunch help. After a confidential interview, your personal matchmaker hand selects quality matches for you. They pre-screen every date and they'll book your reservations at the best spots in town. All you have to do is show up and be yourself. Let It's Just Lunch help you turn new beginnings into lasting connections. Call 202-466-4333 or visit itsjustlunchdc.com.
Not planning today can cost you tomorrow. Stop worrying and start planning with Trajan Wealth. Contact Trajan today at 202-750-3300 or go to TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services.
It's snowing really hard again. My nephew just left a little while ago. They got a whole fucking boatload of perch. They caught a lot of perch. They caught a lot of perch. Hopefully I might get some meat. Hopefully my nephew will show up tonight. If he doesn't, then he's cleaning fish. It's a messy job.
You've seen it with others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to
once you get them all filleted, it's worth it.
Take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are you a parent of a child with disabilities who desperately needs a break? Then you need to know about Jill's House. To find out more, visit our website, jillshouse.org.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare.
Wow, it is snowing hard. Wicked.
That's 800-885-3300.
I can barely see the guy's lights on his porch across the street.
Making sense of your
It's fucking snowing hard. Getting the snowstorm. Slick, I need some Brill cream. That's just water and I combed it back.
Because somebody's got to hold their feet to the fire. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
We're setting up this Board of Peace. It's an odd name for many reasons. Under phase 2 of the plan, Hamas was supposed to surrender and be disarmed. Well, now phase 2 has been changed. The Israelis have followed it to the letter, but Hamas won't surrender and be disarmed. So now the thinking is, well, let's start rebuilding it. Let's have a Board of Peace, and then they'll disarm that way. Israelis are watching. And then we announced, without telling the Israelis, that Qatar and Turkey and now Pakistan are going to be part of the Board of Peace. These are obviously heavy Muslim countries, but more than that, in the case of Qatar and Turkey, they are run by genocidal maniacs who have funded Hamas, fund terrorism in the Muslim Brotherhood, who have rejected even being seen in the same room with Benjamin Netanyahu. And so Netanyahu is supposed to bow, say, okay, whatever you want, go be on the Board of Peace. You can bring their soldiers and the military into Gaza, sure, right on our border. The problem is, he said, no, we're not doing that. Not one of their soldiers is going to be in Gaza. And every single political party in Israel, including the hardcore leftists, except the Arab parties, of course, are united in this. All the way from the right, all the way to the left. They said, no way. Now, you know, it might help if we would actually listen to the only democracy in the region from time to time. They warned us about the phony Al-Qaeda ISIS terrorist as a reformer. They said he's not a reformer. He's killing Christians, he's killing Jews, he's killing other people there. Oh, yeah. With an envoy there by the name of Thomas. What the hell is his name? As you know, I'm probably the only host on any platform who's been talking about this guy and despises him. He's been a mouthpiece for that regime in Syria. He's been a mouthpiece. Really, as far as I'm concerned, Hezbollah. And he's been a mouthpiece for Erdogan. And he trashes Netanyahu all the time. I don't know what that real estate guy has over Netanyahu, but Netanyahu's been in that neighborhood a long time. And he said they can't trust them over there. And the IDF went in to protect the Christians. And we verbally attacked them for doing it. And Erdogan, they've been warning us about him. The guy wants F-35s. I sure as hell hope he's not using any of our jets. Any of our jets.
Snowing hard out.
Against the Kurds. For God's sakes, the Kurds are our ally. So rather than constantly pushing Netanyahu, why don't we listen to him every now and then? I'll be right back.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific. President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2. And you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs.
Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Smith, Carl Higbee, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution.
Acid trip. I knew the guy's name 5 years ago because he used his real name in Fox 46. I know DA better than he knows himself. You better be careful because Gotti has a wrench in here. I don't care if he uses it. And Gotti's right. Why is Wiggin been more worried about my 3-person fucking chat? Right? It's not stagnant. It goes up and down. Doesn't matter how many's watching it. It matters who is watching you. Right, Wiggin? Wiggins got me blocked from his panel. I can't get on his panel. I'm not using my laptop to do it. Fuck him. He can unban my fucking handle he's got banned. And he can unblock all my other handles, but he's chicken shit. And Will Durant is right. Wiggins sits there and he just makes shit up as if it's true. And if you don't go by it, he's fucking Henry VIII and he's going to fucking, bye-bye. Off with your head.
Coaches, all available by web or app. Get started today at teledochealth.com.
Really, the French were the ones who ended up using it more, or the Spanish, one of the two, I forget. They used to fucking take off people and say, can you imagine having to clean that mess up?
Water spots, damaged shingles, or granulars in the gutters. Call Valor Roofing now. I've seen their work.
So this is a win for Billy tonight. Yeah, Wiggin, what do you mean? Is something wrong with Will Durant wanting to get along with people? Yeah, I'll admit it. I bring up about him not having a license and shit because his friend there, Eric, says what he says. Will Durant spams, but you know what? It's not bad spam. It doesn't bother me. And in my heart, I'm pretty sure Will Durant's a whole lot better person than you are, Wiggin. I bet you if I met him in person, I'd like him a lot better than if I met you in person, Wiggin. Pretty sure.
On your property, American Concrete Services can quickly help. Don't pay the high cost to tear out and replace your sidewalk, patio, driveway, or hold down.
You're exactly what Will Durant fucking just defined you as.
Raise and stabilize your existing concrete at a fraction of the cost of full replacement. They're environmentally friendly structures.
This fucker sits there and just talk like I was listening. I tune in and he's already talking about me.
Best of all, most repairs can be completed in just one day. Your entire patio, sidewalk, or driveway safe and level again. Your job is too big or small. Call American Concrete Services now for your free estimate at 240-665-5665. That's 240-665-5665. Again, 240-665-5665. License DC Maryland, Virginia, NHIC 140530.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. True Vitality Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Even when Viagra and Cialis don't work, here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health. True Vitality Medical Center painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office. Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at True Vitality Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 703-637-1222. 703-637-1222. Take control of your sex life. Call now.
703-637-1222.
I feel so stuck. The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
Making sense of your world. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of the economy. Because it's your money and your retirement. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free. Yes, it's true. Mark Levin is the fastest growing radio show in America. The Mark Levin Show is on at 877-381-3811.
We're moving fast, guys. Hang with me. Hang with me. Very cool. Very appreciative. The Kurds are a minority in every country they're in. They're in Turkey, about 25 now. They're in Syria. And Erdogan, who is an Islamist, he started out as sort of a backbencher, the head of a party that wasn't taken very seriously. National Socialist, by the way. The National Socialist Islamic Party, something to that effect. And you know what that sounds like, and he's every bit of that. Keeps talking about wiping the Jews out of the Middle East. This guy's in NATO. Because Turkey used to be a wonderful, mostly secular society. Don't get me wrong, there were Muslims who were practicing their faith, but you didn't have political Islam. And Ataturk was the great hero there. Great war hero.
I can't listen to Wigan. I can't listen to that.
Who, in many ways, moved Turkey into it.
All right, now he's denigrated. Oh, Greenland's got a bunch of minerals, and they're gonna. That's what they're after, and we got to go back to the gold standard. Franklin Delano Roosevelt outlawed gold and money, you dumb fucker, and he was a Democrat.
Chiefs of police, I mean, tens of thousands of the military and police disappears them as the Democrats. Like
my grandfather was a miner.
Slaughters them. Puts them in prison.
Hey, Wigan, why don't you put your fucking work clothes on and go up there when they dig for iron ore and shit?
Mostly terrorists.
Didn't you help them?
He's responsible in part for taking Assad out. You backed ISIS and you backed
race. I just see online one of the what they give for a definition. Yeah, your skin color does not determine your race. It doesn't. Because we're the human race. We're one race.
Thomas Barack has been pushing everywhere he goes.
We all bleed red.
Would say, wait a minute,
if you're an American, at least for me, by fourth grade, they're human.
You warmongers, you know.
They're part of the human race.
So what's he doing?
We're separate from all the other animals on the earth. Way different.
And again,
you're an idiot, Wigan. I'm believing that you're an animal, Wigan. You don't have a conscience.
Israel is possible. And he came under attack from this guy.
I can't sit here and listen to Wigan preach economics to Will Durant. I just can't take it.
Barack. Is everybody Barack over there? I don't know. Barack this, Barack that, Barack, Barack Obama. Anyway, and he's a mouthpiece.
I'll sit here with my two people.
Our enemy, Israel's enemy, the enemy of freedom. Used to write at a paper called
I'll put my welcome sign back up.
Which is really left-wing kook stuff, almost Marxist. And then they took him at Axios, where he's basically the lapdog for the leakers. As long as they're leaking against Israel and Netanyahu, he's happy to put it in there. And he's wrong 98% of the time, but sometimes you can glean information from him. But he's not a journalist. He's a fraud, a phony, and a fool. The 3 Fs. Anyway, I know phony's not an F, it's a joke. Anyway, so this guy's a joke too. So some senior official anonymously, quote unquote, according to Barack Rabid at Axios, said, look, too bad for Israel. It's our game now. It's our game now. Why did we fight in Gaza? I'm trying to figure this out. What do you mean it's our game now? And so, that's the kind of stuff that's going on here. And so Qatar would be on the board of peace. Isn't that an oxymoron? Turkey, which is now slaughtering our allies, the Kurds, slaughtering them. There's a prison with 5,000 ISIS prisoners in there. Excuse me. There were 5,000 ISIS prisoners in there. You know what happened? They released them. The new reform head of the government of Syria, working with the NATO member who wants F-35s, Erdogan, they released them. Coming to a neighborhood near you, like all the other Islamists. The people in Iran, do you know who they call out for, Mr. Producer? Netanyahu. You know who the Kurds are calling out for right now? Netanyahu. The problem is Israel is strong, but they're not big enough to take on every one of these countries. They just can't. And in Syria, they're getting protection from our envoy, I guess. Congress should immediately put the sanctions back on Syria. I mean, that's not even good enough, but do it. Do it. What are you waiting for? You know, in 3 weeks, forget it. Do it now. We need to hit Khomeini with one of those bombers, with a couple of those bombs, and send him off to hell where that man belongs. 86 years old. Slaughtering all those people and those women. Those girls, I can't stand looking at those pictures. And the videos. And the horror that's going on in America. We don't just stand by and watch stuff like this. Sometimes we can't do anything about it. I said the other night, like the Uyghurs in China, what can we possibly do? But here we certainly can do something about it. And those of you who want to turn your head, you don't feel upset about it, you're not bothered by it, certainly not enough to think that we should do something. That's on your conscience, not mine. You know, I did a show Saturday, and I've done it here behind this mic on Fox, about the French. But for the French and to some extent the Spanish, there would be no America. There'd be no United States for sure. Be no Constitution. There'd be nothing, none of this. But for the French Navy and 6,000 to 7,000 of their soldiers, they didn't have to do any of that. Revolutions require outsiders. They just do. Mao had help. Lenin had help. Castro had help. The New York Times, among others. We had help. People with their bare hands can't fight tanks. AK-47s. And so forth and so on. And these are young people. The Iranian people are not only Western. The population is younger. And they didn't do anything wrong. I can't talk people into feeling their souls and their spirits and their hearts feeling like something needs to be done if people don't have that feeling. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about other people. We're not even talking about sending in 400,000 or 500,000 troops. We're not even talking about sending in one soldier. And apparently that's too much for some people. But we shouldn't be promoting terrorists and former terrorists and pretending they're something that they're not when they are what they are. You know, if you dress up a terrorist and they get a haircut, maybe shower every 3 or 4 months and put a suit on them and a tie and a white shirt, and they're meeting with high officials, all that is a terrorist who got a haircut and is wearing a suit. It's still a terrorist. And the guy's a terrorist. And he's been working with Erdogan, a terrorist. And Erdogan, he has alliance with Khomeini now. He's a guy, he's in the NATO, for God's sakes. He's got our equipment. They're standing and watching and keeping a very close eye on what happens to their brother, Khomeini, and his people, the regime. Reza Pahlavi, the exiled crown prince of Iran, on Fox today. Cut 2, go.
The decisive factor would be the instrument of repression that has been unleashed against our people is what is the ultimate obstacle to overcome. What changes the odds in favor of the people that can finally take over the system and push to a complete collapse depends on calculated strategic strikes against these American strikes. It would be, well, it could be an American strike, it could be Israeli strike, it could be whatever. The Iranian people now are looking as the cavalry coming, because we can only hold the fort up to a point. The cavalry can help us overcome the odds. Look, this is a regime so desperate that it has to import elements from Lebanon, from Afghanistan, from Iraq as instrument of repression, because they are running out of elements of their own doing the dirty job against them. This is what's at stake. So the regime right now is on its last leg. It's on the verge of collapse. It's going to attempt every other means to yet again survive. That's why a definitive strike is going to completely reverse the odds in favor of the nation and defenseless people. That's what we need in terms of actual support.
I don't think it's that simple. I think it's going to require more than some strategic strikes, but I think it needs to be done. And I do think one of those strikes has to be to take out Khomeini. He's got to go. He's got to be eliminated. His threats on our president, enough is enough. His threats on our country, enough is enough. His threats for more nuclear weapons. You know, he says, you destroyed our weapons, but you haven't destroyed our knowledge about the technology, have you? Meaning he's going to keep at it. So you gotta lance this cancerous tumor. It's time. It's been half a century. He's killed directly and indirectly through surrogates 1,000 of our people. They've tried to assassinate our president. I mean, since when do we put up with such stuff? And he's on his back. The economy's dead. The people are rising up. And these poor people are getting gunned down. They're getting machine gunned. They have mass graves now. It's just so horrendous what's happening over there. And now the Kurds. It's all part of the same element. And a lot of these people are now in our country. They're in our country. The Democrats want to talk about affordability. I want to talk about survivability. The Democrats have brought these people into our country. They have. And they don't want them to leave. They've aligned with them. They consider them part of their constituent group, just another group, just another ethnic group. They've done this to us. They've done this to our country. The Kurds are now being wiped out, slaughtered. Their women are being taken, raped, murdered, like the Yazidis. I mean, this is what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, right now. And the Iranian people, what's happening to them is stomach turning. I watch these mothers crying over the body bags of their sons and daughters. It is heart-wrenching. There's even some film, you look at it once, you wish you didn't. Like 3 or 4 of these thugs on one 20-year-old girl, throwing her on the ground and executing her. I mean, what if that were your daughter? Can you think about it? It's just unbelievable. And yes, there is something we can do about it. And yes, it is our business as fellow human beings. And another great show, Sunny, with Peter Schweitzer, will be on here tomorrow night in his new book. We were both talking about it. How do you separate domestic policy from foreign policy when you have foreign countries that are injecting this into the bloodstream of the American system? They're sending these people into our country. The communist Chinese are doing it. He said there's about 100,000 children born into our country from people sent to the United States from communist China, and they're automatic citizens and their birthright citizenship. And I sure as hell hope the Supreme Court has the guts to actually follow the Constitution. This isn't in the Constitution. And a whole industry. And his book explains all this stuff. Same with these radical Islamists sending people over here. They have children, 10, 11, 12 children. They're all going to be voters. They're all going to change the demographics of the country. They'll tell you that's what they're doing. Listen to the imams. That's why they're here. That's why they say they're here. In fact, one said, why the hell would we be in the United States other than to conquer? And you hear this stuff repeatedly from different voices, different imams, from the Florida Care Director and other members of CARE, which is a Hamas front group.
Are you mad at me? Yeah, I went undercover.
They're right here now.
I was doing my tough talk.
I hear people say, well, how is it that they move from one riot or protest to another? First it's the Palestinians, and then it is immigration, and then it's because they're funded, they're organized, and they have the same purpose, as I've told you many times in my book on power, the overthrow of the United States of America. They have fused together in a revolution, an internal revolution against our country. They'll sort everything out after when they figure when they've conquered us and all the rest. But in the meantime, they have the same objective, the destruction of the United States, the Judeo-Christian system, a Republican small R system. I'll be right back.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Have you tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand or hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding a unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what takes an overdrive is. The human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
On 66 eastbound between Business 234 and Route 29 in Centerville, there is a disabled vehicle blocking one lane and traffic is very heavy through the area. Still some delays on 95 southbound between Morton and Woodbridge, and northbound is heavy from the Central Court Parkway towards 123 and from Morton heading towards the Fairfax County Parkway. In Laurel, there is still an accident on Route 1 south of Cherry Lane at Mulberry Street. Earlier accidents on 270 southbound between 85 and 80 here from Rowood. Traffic still heavy from I-70. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL still watching.
Tonight, we're in Clear with lows in the teens, feels like passing the single digits. Tomorrow, sunny, highs are never. Your chance at a jackpot is waiting on every corner. Head to your favorite New York lottery retailer and grab a Powerball ticket today for your chance to win the ever-growing jackpot. Currently over $50 million. Good luck out there, New York. Please pay responsibly.
Oh, the Florida coast. Vrbo has over 57,000 exclusive vacation homes on the Florida coast. That's 57,000 vacation homes Airbnb wishes don't have. Make it a Vrbo for your next Florida coast trip.
At first, no one noticed. The receipts.
Now this fucker's claiming again that I'm using his playlist. He posted at me in Vegas, but he has me blocked, but I seen him on my other handle. How come I can get away with playing Foreigner and you can't? Duh. Not using your playlist. You got me fucking blocked. You got all my other handles blocked. And on top of that, you support Logical. So we can't be friends because you're a fucking idiot. Fuck you. I'm not coming up on your panel. I tried. You got me fucking blocked. Unblock me and I'll come up on your panel. Unblock that fucking handle that I use for panels because that's exactly what I use it for. In fact, let me do this. I'm going to open my panel up. I don't need to fucking come on your panel. I have my own panel. Fuck you. I've been on your panel 550 times. And I had to bite my tongue because of Rusty. And I did it. I could have said fuck you like all the other ones do and fucking went after, but I didn't. Having trouble connecting. Please check your internet connection. I think the weather is driving me out of here. Did it work that time? I'm getting a winter storm here, so my internet might be going in and out. That's in red. I tried to post the link and having trouble connecting. Please check your internet connection. Let me check it that way.
So propagandists pushing it. The enemy is here, the enemy within. It should be plural, the enemies within. That's what you're watching. And if they win the battle of immigration, it's over.
Well, I knew that handle was you. All right. I wasn't even talking about Wiggy. You come in by chat, fucking trying to drag the trouble in, but they won't come in here. And then you just verified by saying that I blocked it, so now I know it's you for sure. So there you go. I don't care if you use it. I have a right to know who's who in my chat. Not only for my safety, but other people that do enjoy being here. Because there are people who enjoy being here, Wiggin. Irregardless of what you fucking say, there are people that enjoy being in my chat. Has to be. I got 318 fucking subscribers. They're not all me.
You took my advice. Well, that's why American Financing created what I call...
They don't all hate me.
Smart equity loan.
They do, then I'm in the wrong place. Maybe not.
Get your financing back on track without giving up your loan mortgage rate. How does it work? The Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. But it lets you use your home's equity to pay off high interest debt, to consolidate that debt.
Fucking asshole went in there and started sucking Billy's ass and believing everything that fucker said.
How do they do it?
Oh, really?
Ask them.
And he believes everything Rusty says.
I don't listen to their conversations at all. If he's on the panel, I just fast forward. I skim it to see what happened, but I don't want to listen.
He's so stupid that you're still believing Rusty. How does anybody end up being that dumb?
I have some new wonderful sponsors in a month or so. People I've been talking to.
Hey, Charles, look how Colin spelled colorblind. This is why I laugh at you, Colin. This is why everybody laughs at you.
They're sort of more in the isolation.
I think he laughed cooler blind. Cooler.
No, that's not the British spelling, guys. That is not the British spelling. That's the Colin spelling.
That's the Gaelic. That's the Gaelic.
Yeah, it's Gaelic. He knows
Feeling under the
Gaelic.
weather? You can tell a doc that. Actually, for almost everything health related.
Yeah, I don't know what
checkups,
Colin's
check-ins,
problem
and
is with
everything
me.
in between,
Every time I see
you can
him, he's
tell
talking
that.
shit about.
For your physical
You
health,
want to find out? I want to find out, but I don't want you to get off the panel. I want you to.
I don't want to listen to Colin babble, Charles, to you. I don't enjoy it. Ask JC about that. Ask Jerry or JC and Colin go back and forth. JC would have
My Gaelic is really. I haven't studied my Gaelic up. Yeah, so I
Gaelic, that sounds like what you want to do with Donnie, Charles. Oh, damn, did I say that? Gaelic.
What?
I said that sounds like what you want to do to Donnie. Gaelic. Oh, joking. No, Colin, did you ever hear JC Colin? JC used to get so exasperated by this asshole. He would sit on her panel and just bug the shit out of her. He would say, do you know what I mean, JC? And she would be like, no, Colin, I don't know what you mean.
Jossie. Here's your opportunity, Wiggin. I got you playing. You can turn me in, give me a strike if you want. Please do. I need a vacation. It's your only choice, Wiggin. You want me off air, you're going to have to report me for restreaming you.
That's the only reason anybody would call me a simp. I don't simp on anybody. I don't even talk to Dolly. When I see Dolly in Vegas, I don't even say hi. Okay, that's how much of an unsimp I am. As opposed to you, Vader. Everybody saw you simp on Dolly all day, Vader. No, I wasn't in Vegas all day. This is the part where you toss Will out the window, Charles.
She doesn't do it. She never will. We know how it feels. We're the March of Dimes. Find out how we can help you have a healthier baby at marchofdimesbaby.org.
Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 7. I'm Heather Curtis. Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger with a message for displaced federal workers and contractors in her first address to lawmakers today.
As your governor, I will direct the full power of the office to support Virginia's economy.
She says her newly formed Economic Resiliency Task Force will focus on expanding job placement and public-private partnerships for displaced federal workers and contractors. But Republican Delegate Hillary Kent says Spanberger's policies will not help grow the state's economy and increase jobs. Republicans
believe in empowering growth and innovation so Virginia's economy can grow from the ground up.
She says Spanberger's plans will constrain it through excess regulations and higher taxes. D.C. Council Chair Phil Mendelson announces his nomination for someone to replace Kenyon McDuffie, who resigned this month to run for mayor. Tomorrow, he'll recommend the council approve his nomination of Donnie Crawford, the director of the council's Business and Economic Development Committee. She helped negotiate the Commander's Stadium deal.
And I pushed to strengthen community benefits, local hiring requirements, and accountability. Because our economy should work for everyone, not just a few.
Crawford will serve until a special election in June to fill the rest of Duffy's term, which ends next January. An update on an officer-involved shooting of a man who allegedly drove toward officers and pedestrians outside a crowded D.C. nightclub early Sunday morning.
Police were called to the bar on New York Avenue after the suspect threatened club security, then fled, promising to return with a weapon. That's when the suspect returned, driving his vehicle toward the club entrance, partygoers, and police. The driver ignored police commands and suddenly reversed and fled again, only to return a third time, again ignoring officer commands to stop as he drove toward the club entrance, staff, and police. That's when officers opened fire, striking the vehicle. Now 28-year-old Christopher Cherry is facing a host of felonies as he recovers from serious injury. Barbara Britt, WMAL and WMAL.com.
As anti-ICE protests continue in Minneapolis, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem defending their actions on X today, saying they've arrested more than 10,000 criminal illegal aliens who she says were, quote, killing Americans, hurting children, and raining terror in Minneapolis, unquote. She accuses Governor Tim Walz and Mayor Jacob Fry of protecting criminals instead of their own residents. Fry repeating on social media today something he told ABC's This Week yesterday.
We've got these threats out there from the federal government that were literally designed to intimidate Minneapolis residents, to intimidate me. But here's the thing. We're not going to be intimidated.
He says they'll continue standing up for their neighbors. The relationship between ICE and some Democrats in Maryland is so toxic, and efforts underway to keep those federal agents out altogether.
We don't want you here in Maryland at all.
Prince George's delegate Adrian Boafo is pushing a bill that would ban recently hired ICE agents from becoming local or state cops in Maryland in the future.
Crazy piece of legislation to even propose such a thing.
Jeff Gaylor is the Republican sheriff in Hartford County. He tells Fox 45.
The Trump derangement syndrome would be the basis.
And he says agents should not be penalized for following orders. Betsy Davis with the National Police Association says the bill's also short-sighted.
People in Maryland need to ponder the short-staffed nature of many of their law enforcement agencies.
Sean Matthews on WMAL and WMAL.com.
Traffic and weather next.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start February 11th. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes while giving you a head start on 2026. Earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Air traffic controllers guide tens of thousands of flights every day, getting passengers and cargo to their destination safely. Aviation professionals always answer the call, but they can't do it alone. We must invest in modern equipment, facilities, and controller staffing. NECA, we guide you home.
As a business owner, every dollar counts. One way to save without cutting corners, your energy cost. That's where Texas Energy Partner comes in. The team at Texas Energy Partner knows the market, so you lock in the best short and long-term electricity providers for your business. And TexasEnergyPartner.com makes it so easy. Just log on, compare, and select. Or talk directly with the team at Texas Energy Partner. Get started today at TexasEnergyPartner.com. That's Texas Energy Partner, your business partner for energy savings.
Traffic and weather on News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Here's Michelle Murray in the Hayden Paper Cleaning Traffic Center.
Two accidents in Virginia to be aware of. In Prince William County, there was a crash on Occoquan Road at Jefferson Davis Highway. In Springfield, an accident now reported on Virginia 644 Franconia Road at Loisdale Road. And there is an accident on southbound Route 1 at Mary's Way in Woodbridge. In Prince William County, in Manassas, Liberia Avenue is still closed due to a long-term accident southbound between Signal Hill Road and Wellington Road. There is still a disabled truck to watch out for in the southbound lanes of 95 and the express lanes at 123 in Woodbridge, where the two right lanes remain blocked and traffic is jammed from Route 1. Main lanes are slow southbound from Lorton towards Woodbridge. Now from GarageRepair.com, the WMAL Storm Watch 7 forecast.
Mainly clear in the teens overnight. Wind chill factors will become problematic, dropping to the single digits for most locations. Tomorrow, sunny and cold, 25 to 30 degrees. I'm 7 News meteorologist Steve Rudin, the first alert weather center.
Right now, it is 38 degrees in Washington under clear skies. It feels like 31. I'm Heather Curtis on News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Mark Levin.
In the underground in the bowels of a hidden bunker, somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we once again make contact with our leader of the crime. I don't like the people.
Seven 381 877-381-3811. Today we celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday. Martin Luther King today, what he was preaching would be denounced. He'd be called an Oreo cookie. He promoted a colorblind society. He's a registered Republican. So forth and so on. Have you ever wondered what Martin Luther King thought about Israel and the Jews? You ever wonder about that? Hat Tip Unplugged on X. Jeremy Unplugged. It's just a little piece. Take a listen. Cut 21, go.
The whole world must see that Israel must exist and has the right to exist and is one of the great outposts of democracy in the world.
My Jewish brothers and sisters said to me amid anti-Semitism anywhere, and we don't need your support. We have enough Jewish power to deal with this problem ourselves. I would still take a stand against anti-Semitism because it's wrong, it's unjust, and it's evil. If my Catholic brothers and sisters said to me, amid bigotry toward Catholics, we don't need your support in this because we have enough Catholic power to deal with it, I would still take a stand against bigotry toward Catholics because it is wrong, it is evil, and it is unjust.
My God, how charismatic was this man? Unbelievable. Listen to what he said. Listen to what he said. I feel like I stand with the Iranian people for the same reason. I stand with the Kurds for the same reason. I've never been to Iran. I've never been to the areas where the Kurds live. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's a good people. In fact, they share our belief system, whether they're Jewish, Christian, or Muslim. These are good people. and I stand with them, period. I don't even have to think about it. Look how he's talking about the Jewish people. He understood Judeo-Christian belief systems. And so the earliest people who he befriended and befriended him were young Jewish college students and other Jews, some of whom were murdered by the Klan. By the Klan. And we have a modern-day Klan today. Now, they don't wear white hoods and white sheets, no. Some wear bow ties. Some wear sports jackets. Some wear hunting gear. Nice coiffed hair and haircuts and well-shaven. Some of them are very wealthy. Some of them you know. It's a different look, you know. It's a different look. There's a video going around on the internet. It's actually very good. And it has a segment of a movie where Adolf Hitler learns that basically the powers aligned against him are winning the war. He screams at his generals, he has some of them leave, and then his top generals, he brutalizes. But then they dubbed in his speech, he said, "We're the Aryan people. We're the Aryan people." Then they showed pictures, movie pictures of these 5 pieces of crap who are well-known Jew haters, and worse than that, they really believe in the extermination of the Jews and so forth and so. Fuentes, one of the Tate brothers, maybe both of them, some guy named, Scooby-Doo or something, whatever their names. They're on a private jet because, they're one of the people. And just saying the most horrendous things about Jews and singing a Hitler song. And they go to a club in Miami. And if the club plays the Hitler song, it turns out the club, his main investor is Muslim. Another man who owns a number of clubs said they are not permitted in his clubs. Man has some basic standards. And they pointed out, well, let's see, Fuentes, part Mexican, might be gay. Then you have a guy from Sudan, obviously black. And they were going through who these guys are. Another guy who's mixed race, not exactly Aryan. And what would Hitler do to these Hitler Youth types? He'd kill them. He'd kill them. Low IQ, he'd kill them. These are the new Nazis. Well, there's others too. But on this celebration of Martin Luther King's birthday, I wanted you to hear what he had to say. Because nobody hears what he says anymore. They just pour their own and project their own vile beliefs onto him. He was not a Marxist. He's not an Islamist. Certainly wasn't a neo-fascist. He believed in a colorblind society. That phrase, people of color, would never come out of his mouth. And we celebrate his birthday for that reason. For that reason. We don't celebrate Malcolm X's birthday, do we? We don't celebrate George Wallace's birthday, do we? And this is what we're dealing with today. With George Wallace, New Reich, and Malcolm X. It's not even Malcolm X. Who would it be? Farrakhan. And the Farrakhan left. The Farrakhan left and their Islamist Marxist belief system. That's what we're dealing with. Much of it funded by foreign governments. So when you see ICE out there, and you listen to these Democrats, and I got a whole list of clips I can't even get to, Just trashing these men and women. Trashing. Half of them are minorities. The biggest minority are Hispanics. Just calling them stuff and accusing them of stuff and on and on and on. And these are not public people. These are hardworking people. Making a middle-class income, not even upper middle-class income. Going to work every day knowing they're going to be spat upon. They might have bricks thrown at them. They have cars driven against them. Then they have to listen to them, to the governor of California, to the governor of Illinois. They have to listen to Schumer and Bernie Sanders and Jim Clyburn and Pramelia Jayapal, if that is her name. Don Lemon. What a piece of crap that guy is. Absolute piece of crap. That's right, you jerk. That's right. Goes to a church. They force their way in. They interrupt a church service. You understand that's a federal crime, you little creep. That's freedom of speech. That's not freedom of speech. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about. It's not an act of journalism either, you schmo. You got a big mouth for a little man. Big mouth. There's stupid things that come out of your mouth. You guys force your way into a church where parishioners are there because you think the pastor might be part of ICE? Oh, God forbid. How come you don't force your way in any mosques where there's imams talking about decapitating people? Or there's imams talking about conquering the United States, you little schmuck? How come you don't go into those? Because you're a coward. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Air traffic controllers guide tens of thousands of flights every day, getting passengers and cargo to their destination safely. Aviation professionals always answer the call, but they can't do it alone. We must invest in modern equipment, facilities, and controller staffing. NECA, we guide you home.
As a business owner, every dollar counts. One way to save without cutting corners, your energy cost. That's where Texas Energy Partner comes in. The team at Texas Energy Partner knows the market, so you lock in the best short and long-term electricity providers for your business. And TexasEnergyPartner.com makes it so easy. Just log on, compare, and select. Or talk directly with the team at Texas Energy Partner. Get started today at TexasEnergyPartner.com. That's Texas Energy Partner, your business partner for energy savings.
Your chance at a jackpot is waiting on every corner. Head to your favorite New York lottery retailer and grab a Powerball ticket today for your chance to win the ever-growing jackpot. Currently over $50 million. Good luck out there in New York. Please play responsibly.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Well, son, I think so, too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Tu camino hacia la educación para adultos empieza con AEPP. Te ayudamos a encontrar los programas que mejor se adapten a tu rutina. Saber más en nyset.gov/adult. Este es un mensaje del Departamento de Educación del Estado de Nueva York.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey, Doc, nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Over here, Doc. I want payroll too.
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/small business to sign up for free.
WMAL.
If your credit card balance is freaking you out after all the holiday spending, I have something that can save you money right now. Cut your cell phone bill in half by switching to Pure Talk Saver Plan. Just $20 a month for unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigs of high-speed data on Pure Talk's super-fast nationwide 5G network. As a veteran-led company that cares about giving back to those who serve, if you're active or former military or a first responder, you'll save an additional 20% every single month. The easiest way to free up cash flow is to reduce your monthly recurring bills. Start with cutting overpriced wireless and switching to my wireless company. Just dial pound 250 and say Mark Levin, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will help you switch in just minutes. Again, talk, text, and data just $20 a month. Dial pound 250, say Mark Levin, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Dial pound 250, say Mark Levin. Pure Talk is America's wireless company.
Making sense of your world.
I can't believe this.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
And I am so with you.
Making sense of the news. Know the news the minute you wake up. O'Connor and Company with Larry O'Connor. 5 to 9 a.m. on WMAL.
Great guest. We had him on Saturday's Life, Liberty, and Levin as well. Richard Goldberg, Senior Advisor, Foundation for the Defense of Democracies. He also worked in the Trump administration on national security matters. Richard, thank you for coming. Now, Iran, nothing's changed much in Iran. They're still slaughtering people, aren't they?
They are. We're getting reports that even though you're not seeing the millions of people that we saw on the streets the first few nights, there are still protests popping up every night around the country. They're clashing with them, which really means they're killing the people from the regime side. They're mass arresting still. And very tragically, even though they've told the president that they're not going to have these mass executions, we're starting to learn trickle-down information that they are executing many of the people they've detained in private. And we expect some of these mass executions will continue to roll out, even if it's behind closed doors. And you'll learn about it weeks later when families are finally notified. Right now, you just have tens of thousands of families who just are wondering, where is my son? Where are my children? Where are my family members? They're in some secret prison being tortured. Some of them are going on television with forced confessions under torture. Some of them are being killed in the middle of the night. That's the reality of what's happening in Iran right now, but the embers of that uprising are still alive.
Are you convinced the president's going to act?
I am, because the president, as I...
By the way, I agree with you, but I want your opinion. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can't imagine otherwise, because he knows that he set a red line, and it's important to enforce that. That's one thing. But that's not the main reason why. I think that this president, maybe the first president we've had since 1979 in the Islamic Revolution, after almost 47 years of this regime waging war against America. We are the great Satan, according to them. They say death to America first in all of their chants. And they have killed countless Americans, from Beirut to Khobar Towers to Iraq to Gaza on October 7th, to many other terrorist attacks, assassination plots against Donald Trump himself and many people who work for Donald Trump. All of this to try to destroy America, working with Russia and China, building missiles, trying to build nuclear weapons to destroy America and our way of life. All of these things, despite all of those threats, this is the first president, certainly in my lifetime, who gets it and who isn't trying to mitigate a problem, who isn't just trying to get along and say, okay, well, we're going to kick the can down the road. How can we minimize the Iranian threat to the United States for the next 4 years, and somebody else will have to deal with it? No, this is a man who took out the world's mastermind of terrorism, Qasem Soleimani. This is a man who said, I'm not going to allow this regime to have nuclear weapons to continue to extort the United States and the rest of the world, and sent B-2 bombers to destroy those nuclear sites. And this is a man who sees this regime teetering on the brink of collapse and knows it's his moment in history to seize, and he can do it. And I think that's exactly what he's going to do.
They're moving a hell of a lot of assets into the region, aren't they?
Well, we have a carrier strike group on the way. We have reports of a whole bunch of different fighter squadrons running around and moving towards the region. Obviously, if you had B-2 stealth capabilities, they would launch in the United States, and you'd find out about it after they've dropped their massive bombs, as we recall from Operation Midnight Hammer. But he's definitely expanding his option set here. It's not just cyber operations, and maybe he can launch a few Tomahawks from some destroyers in the Arabian Gulf or the Red Sea. He's going to have a lot more firepower here as President of the United States to deter the Iranians, but more importantly, enough with deterrence, actually degrade, destroy, uproot their capabilities that threaten us most, that extort us, their missile program, their Navy that threatens to shut down the Strait of Hormuz. All of those things, and then be able to really think about what is command and control inside Tehran. How do you degrade that? How do you give the protesters, the millions of people who are right now in their homes waiting for the President of the United States to do something, ready to come back out and seize institutions the way that he called on them to do? If he can put together a plan with General Kane as chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and other senior advisors, the way that we've seen them put together spectacular, creative things already. Look at what they did to Maduro in Venezuela. Did anybody predict that operation? No. Yeah, people could have thought there was going to be this strike or that strike. There's nobody who could have written that book of what they did in Venezuela.
How long you been sitting there?
The book of what they did during a 12-day war coordinating with Israel.
Hey, how long you been sitting there?
Who really knows the script of what's coming here? We've got Donald Trump and O'Kane, a few close advisors from the National Security Council.
Although he did say it's...
Hey man, it's not him, you dumb fuck. Shall I show you my dick? You want to see my dick, boy? I want to show you my dick.
You ain't showing shit.
Hang on. He means the Supreme Leader, the quote-unquote. Of course. The Supreme Leader of death.
The Supreme Killer.
Khomeini. The Supreme Killer, absolutely. If Donald Trump knows where he's hiding, remember, he put it through social protest during that 12-day war. He said, I know where you are. I can find you. I'm letting you live for now. I always remember that post. That was a very important post. If he still does know where Ali Khamenei is hiding, some bunker, and he has the right munitions and he has the right plan to potentially decapitate the head of that regime and give the people in that moment of disorientation time to come out and seize their opportunity. Now, the Israelis, I remember, a year and a half ago, remember the spectacular strike on the bunker in Beirut against the head of Hezbollah. And Nasrallah being
about 10 minutes ago, Wigan noticed I was live. They'd like, oh, you just went live, and I've been live fucking hour and a half.
And the Israeli Air Force just ripped it all to shreds while they were totally disoriented. I think the president should conceive of something like that. There's no boots on the ground. There's no Americans in harm's way. Actions to mitigate and prevent any Iranian retaliation, and you formulate a plan like that, he can do a lot of damage there. And is there a guarantee of what's going to happen next? I don't think you can give the president a guarantee. You can absolutely say we're going to minimize the downside for the United States here. We're going to minimize any retaliatory capability of the Iranians, and the regime will be as weak as it's ever been in history, and 1 million or more people will...
That was Acid Trip coming up using Gotti's name.
As President of the United States, that will be more than any president in history has ever done, and I think it could be the tipping point where he goes down in history right alongside Ronald Reagan for so many of these achievements. And here's one
Fuck
more.
you, Wigan.
Brought down the Soviet Union. This president can bring down the Islamic Republic of Iran.
We're going to have to take a little break. And so my question when we come back is this. Is there any doubt that we're working very closely with the Israelis, who probably have a very good, or at least the best handle on what's taking place inside that country? I want to pursue that with you. Talking to Richard Goldberg, Senior Advisor, Foundation for Defense of Democracies, a fantastic organization. We'll be right back.
WMAL. I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. If you're over 55 and with one of the big three carriers, like Verizon, you may notice they don't talk much about their 55 plus discounts. That's so customers like you keep paying their regular higher rates to boost their bottom line. You deserve better service. With 100% US-based experts, better value, with plans starting at $20, and a company that's built for people 50 plus, like me. Not convinced? Give your current carrier a call. Ask about the 55 plus plan you've earned. See how long it takes to get a real person on the line, and if they try to talk you out of it. But if you want something better, call Consumer Cellular. We've got the same great coverage, and our US-based experts can get you switched in about 20 minutes. Switch now to Consumer Cellular and get your second month free for a limited time. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com for your second month free.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
On the Beltway, first on the Virginia side, you're good to go on the inner loop and on the outer loop. Into Maryland, no delays on the inner loop or on the outer loop in Prince George's County or in Montgomery County. Staying in Montgomery County on 270 between the Beltway and Frederick, lanes are clear on the northbound side and on the southbound side. Back into Prince George's County. If you're traveling between the two beltways, either on the BW Parkway or 95, no reports of any delays between DC and Baltimore. And Route 50 from the Beltway to the Bay Bridge, you're good to go on the eastbound side and on the westbound side. And now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Storm Watch 7 forecast.
Tonight, mainly clear with lows in the teens. Feels like temps in the single digits. Tomorrow, sunny, highs around 30.
As a business owner, every dollar counts. One way to save without cutting corners, your energy cost. That's where Texas Energy Partner comes in. The team at Texas Energy Partner knows the market, so you lock in the best short and long-term electricity providers for your business. And TexasEnergyPartner.com makes it so easy. Just log on, compare, and select. Or talk directly with the team at Texas Energy Partner. Get started today at TexasEnergyPartner.com. That's Texas Energy Partner, your business partner for energy savings.
The Mega Millions jackpot is getting mega huge. Head to your favorite New York Lottery retailer and grab a ticket today for your chance at a massive win. Currently over $200 million. Good luck, New York. Please play responsibly.
At first, no one noticed. The receipts stopped piling up. Late nights vanished. Finance just worked. Quietly, smoothly, like the system started running itself. Turns out it was Ramp. Ramp auto-matched every swipe, blocked bad spend in real time, and ran silently in the background. No chasing receipts, no chaos. 40,000 companies, including Shopify and CBRE, trust Ramp to outwaste and reclaim time. Ready to make your finance headaches vanish? Get $250 off at ramp.com/trial.
You know what they say. Early bird gets the ultimate vacation home. Book early and save over $530 on a week-long stay with Verbo. Because early gets you closer to the action. Whether it's waves lapping at the shore or snoozing in a hammock that overlooks, well, whatever you want it to. So you can all enjoy the payoff come summer with Verbo's early booking deals. Rise and shine. Average savings $550. Select loans only. Minimum 7-day stay required.
The ball dropped. Now drop your payment. Kick off 2026 on a new Hyundai for less during Rosen Hyundai's New Year New Ride event. Get 0% APR on new 2026 Tucson and Santa Fe models, gas or hybrid. Don't wait. These savings are only here for a limited time at Rosen
Find my
Hyundai.
arrow.
Visit us just minutes north of I-90 on Brandon Road and online at rosenhyundai.com.
Buy down offer up to $20,000 finance. May affect final selling price with approved credit and dealer for details. Offer valid through February 2nd, 2026.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Yes, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop it and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Making sense of your world.
Talk radio is where I get all of my information.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of the vote, because elections have consequences. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
But then, the thunder on the right. Call in now, 877-381-3811.
We're here with Rich Goldberg, Senior Advisor, Foundation for Defense of Democracies. He worked in the National Security Council with President Trump. Rich, before we get to my question about Israel's intel, anything you can tell us, I'm reading now that under the regime's penal code, that they're going to torture these people before they murder them. And in the case of virgin girls, they're going to rape them before they murder them so they can't go to heaven. So this is really horrendous stuff that's going on here.
It's beyond horrific. I mean, the torture of political prisoners goes back decades. We have so many testimonials from people who were taken in the middle of the night from their homes because they had different beliefs. They had been a part of a student protest. Maybe they're a different religion. Maybe they're Christian. Maybe they're Baha'i, the largest religious minority in Iran. Maybe they're an ethnic minority. They get picked up by the Iranian version of the Gestapo, the besieged forces. They get brought to a place called Evin Prison, the political prison in Tehran. And there they're tortured every night. And sometimes during that torture, when the person just wants it to end, they bring in a film crew and they say, tell us all of your crimes. Tell us who you worked with. Tell us you were an American agent. Tell us you're an Israeli agent. And they take that, because the person thinks it's going to be better afterwards, like a hostage video, and they put it on state television. They're doing it right now, Mark, to the people who were taken off the streets during the protests in the last couple of weeks. And then they kill them. In some cases they go back to torturing them. But very few see the light of day, and if they do, it's many years later.
I figure the Israelis probably have the best handle on what's going on in there, what Khomeini may be, or some of these commanders and so forth. And so, number one, do you think that's right? And number two, wouldn't they be sharing that information and working with us on that?
I think if we go from what is public and precedent that we can learn from, it is without a doubt that President Trump is consulting very closely on an almost hourly basis with Prime Minister Netanyahu. Our intelligence services are talking, our top security officials are talking, our military planners are talking to fully understand the picture. The Mossad, the Israeli version of the CIA, has the best intelligence inside of Iran of any country in the world. They have operatives that we've seen. They've been able to conduct assassinations, sabotage, drone attacks launched from inside Iran. During the 12-day war, when it started, there were hit squads from Mossad, most likely, running around hitting the top nuclear scientists of Iran at the same time, and other leading commanders of the Revolutionary Guard Corps, just as the missiles were starting to come in from the Israeli aircraft as well. So as far as what is going on the ground, where are senior personnel, what are things that can happen from a cyber perspective, sabotage, human beings that can do things timed just right for when aircraft or missiles will be coming through. The Israelis will be a key node in that pipeline. And by the way, they, of course, have their own Air Force. We know that Prime Minister Netanyahu was just at Mar-a-Lago over the New Year talking to President Trump. President Trump came out to the public, spoke about the threat of Iran's missile program that's still there even after the 12-day war, their attempts to reconstitute their ballistic and cruise missile program with the help of the Chinese, and the fact that at some point he would endorse an Israeli strike to take out what's left of that missile program. So it's always quite possible that you could flip the script. President Trump could open something and the Israelis could close it. Last time the Israelis opened something and President Trump closed it.
Mm-hmm. do you get the sense that the Iranian regime thinks something's going to happen? Sometimes they act like they're above it all.
From everything that we see, they are taking a dual track approach, which is not atypical. On the one hand, their propaganda is all about puffing themselves up, from the supreme leader, the supreme killer, the president, so-called president, the leader of the parliament, senior advisors. They're all giving interviews, they're all giving speeches, trying to provoke Donald Trump, trying to threaten him, threaten the United States. We're not going to be bullied. We've already squashed all the protests. All the protesters are off the street. They were terrorists from America and Israel, and we're going to get Donald Trump. He shouldn't even think about attacking us. They said a lot of these things leading up to the 12-day war, and we saw what their true capabilities were. They were nothing. They were like Maduro's capabilities in the middle of the night, and that did a lot for him. But at the same time, we are getting reports that they're on high alert. They're on highest alert. When they thought there were B-2 bombers in the air last week, I think we saw a lot of different things happening inside of Iran. The Israelis probably saw a lot of different things happening inside of Iran. And we may now know exactly where they go, what their protocols are, where their hideouts are. They probably expose a lot of themselves to the United States and Israel. That'll be to Donald Trump's advantage as he moves forward. But, you know, that also means that the Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy may have dispersed already into the Strait, into the Gulf. They might carry mines. They might try to blow up ships or do that in retaliation. And so bringing an aircraft carrier and bringing fighter jets in also means you have increased dynamic targeting capability, so that if you see a fast boat, if you see somebody from the Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy trying to lay mines near the Strait of Hormuz, you go in and take them out very quickly. If you see somebody trying to move missiles in the desert, you see something launched, you go and take out the launchers and everybody from the command and control of that launcher very quickly. So that's going to be one of the additional options on the menu for President Trump as he's moving all these forces into the region.
Mm-hmm. And how much longer? Look, we don't know exactly, but how much longer do you think it might take? Excuse me.
Well, we have
more than a week.
It could be a week. It could be less than a week. I would imagine that what he is waiting for is whatever General Kane has told him needs to be in place for the option set that he likes the best. If this is actually going to be something that he executes on, he's going to want the carrier strike group within distance to be able to have fighters going off the boat, to be able to have whatever other weapon systems, missiles that the carrier strike group is bringing along with the destroyers that are already there. He's going to be waiting for other squadrons to have arrived at whatever bases they're going to be arriving at. And at that point, he has a green light available to him. And as far as the carrier strike group that people are tracking coming from the Indo-Pacific, that only has a few days left on its transit. So that's probably by the weekend, he has enough assets in place to start making moves.
Mm-hmm. And what's your sense within the administration? I think at this point, everybody's united at this. Isn't that your sense now?
Listen, I think that President Trump is somebody who at the beginning of a process asks for a lot of input, likes differing opinions. He's put together a cabinet, he has a vice president, people who have strong views, have different backgrounds, bring different experiences, and bring different thoughts to the table. He has a gut feeling. He already knows pretty much where he wants to go, but he pressure tests, he pushes, he wants to understand what comes back from different arguments, and then he goes in a direction that makes the most sense for our national security. That's how he's always governed so far. And so once he's made that decision and the time for debate is over, the people inside the room salute and they play their parts. And sometimes those parts are part of actually a disinformation campaign like we saw leading up to the 12-day war last summer. But rest assured, that is an inner tight group that doesn't leak, is loyal to the president, and is going to carry out his wishes.
No, somebody's leaking. That's yes. I don't know who it is, though. Let me ask you this real fast. Now, the Kurds are close ally. They've been fighting with us and for us against ISIS and so forth and so on. Erdogan has wanted to wipe them out from day one. He's trying to do that now. The head of Syria, turns out he's not the greatest reformer on the face of the earth. Most of us knew that. And what's happening right now is horrendous to the Kurds in Syria. What is going on there?
Well, we saw a preview of this and what Jelani was allowing to have happen in southern Syria along the Israeli border with the Druze. Jelani, the head of Syria now, put the backing of Turkey and Qatar. The former Al-Qaeda in Syria chief, now with a suit on, being the quote-unquote reformer leader there. But what we have seen so far is a tolerance for a lot of butchery, a lot of mass murder, especially of minorities, as he tries to assert his control in the state. We saw it with the Druze. We're now seeing it potentially with the Kurds. Kurds have fought with the United States for many years. They helped us defeat ISIS. And obviously, if you weaken the Kurds, if you attack the Kurds, if the Kurds abandon certain detention facilities that are holding the worst of the worst ISIS terrorists, then you start seeing the increase in sectarian violence. You start seeing terrorism spiking back. And now we're back involved in trying to take out ISIS leaders again in Syria. So the president has been pretty clear for a while. He did not want to see Turkey or al-Shara come after the Kurds. He wants to see a situation where the Kurds are able to keep their status quo, keep their security, that everybody respects each other, and he's able to pull the rest of the U.S. forces out of Syria over the long term. That's really what he wants to do, as far as I can tell. But if Erdogan and Turkey and al-Shara in Damascus are going to be threatening the Kurds, threatening the Druze, threatening Israel at some point, that's not a good situation. And we're caught in the middle, but at the same time, al-Shara, Erdogan, they want a lot of things from this president. And the president has a lot of leverage here. He knows how to use leverage. And this is going to be a time for him to use it.
All right, my friend. We've run out of time. I appreciate it. You're doing a great job over there. Tell everybody we wish them the best at the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies. And I would just point out that Tucker Carlson's father was once chairman of the board over there, wasn't he?
Strong ally, strong friend of the organization, strong friend of democracy and of Israel, fighting for freedom for many years, beloved by many in Washington.
Yeah, he sure was. Part of the Reagan administration. All right, you take care of yourself. Thanks again. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, it's a good man. Goldberg, Senior Advisor, Foundation for the Defense of Democracies. Now, America, I want you to look around. Everywhere you go, you can still see, well, you can see people who are upset with their credit cards. You can see people who are struggling. You may have many in your family. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you. And maybe you're thinking to yourself, what are we going to do about this debt? Do you know the debt's about to hit, Mr. Producer, $39 trillion? It seems like yesterday when it was $37 trillion. The interest on the debt is now larger than the entire defense budget. It's completely out of control. Well, I thought you support Trump. Trump didn't create the debt. This has been going on decade after decade after decade. And if Donald Trump spent $5 trillion more, the Democrats are going to spend $10 trillion more than his $5 trillion more. So we don't play games here. We know who's what. Now, if your retirement is mostly in stocks and bonds, I just think you need to diversify. There's stocks, there's bonds, there's gold, there's silver, there's a lot of things. But diversification, not putting all your eggs in one basket, it's a proverb for a reason. Now, when you're near retirement, a sharp drawdown at the wrong time can do real damage to you. So experts say diversification with intention is the number one secret account that all American smart money uses to hedge against instability. Spread your money around. Precious metals, silver and gold, having a spectacular bull run. Today, over $4,600, almost $4,700, $4,680. 2 weeks ago, it was $4,500. I'm just saying, this is where a lot of the money's going. This is where a lot of the central banks are going. You don't have to put all your money in there. You want to diversify. That's the point. That's the point. And my friends at Monetary Gold are the best of the best. They've been around since 2000. They've witnessed multiple economic setbacks. They have the experience to help tailor your portfolio to your needs. You can call them now. Say Mark sent you. They'll cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. That's a big deal. They'll cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. So check it all out. Just call Monetary Gold right now, 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professionals. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Monetary Gold, diversification. That's the key. Mr. Producer and I were talking about this at the break, weren't we, Rich? I always check on gold just for the fun of it. Let me step back just a little, then it goes up. Step back just a little, and it goes up. You know, it's a bear market. It's a buy market. Now, sometimes it's a sell market. It just depends, but I haven't seen many sell markets in the last 10 years, to be perfectly honest with you. As a matter of fact, I remember when they finally allowed us to buy gold again, FDR prevented it. It was $200 a carat. $200 a carat. Now it's $4,680 a carat. You might say, I missed it. You didn't miss anything. I think if you sit on the sidelines much longer, you're going to miss it all. We'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
Your chance at a jackpot is waiting on every corner. Head to your favorite New York lottery retailer and grab a Powerball ticket today for your chance to win the ever-growing jackpot. Currently over $50 million. Good luck out there in New York. Please play responsibly.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Well, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now. You call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
Hey, Doc, nice house. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Payroll.
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/small business to sign up for free.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, the used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
Everybody together like that,
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2, and you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
Making sense of your world.
Thank you for your great insight.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
This is a major wake-up call.
Making sense of the news. Washington's best way to wake up. O'Connor and Company with Larry O'Connor. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on WMAL.
American Revolution didn't happen. We talk about it often. In 1776 didn't just happen. Hillsdale is a brand new free miniseries on colonial America, 6-part documentary series. Their professors will teach you the religious, political, culture, and economic ideas that shaped the uniquely American culture during the colonial period. And you'll learn why the idea of liberty, especially religious liberty, inspired the settlers of America across the Atlantic. Americans organized local governments, why America has always been a land where virtue can lead to peace and prosperity. The Hillsdale miniseries is completely free. It's easy to access. And it offers more than 40 other free online courses, including courses on C.S. Lewis, the stories in the book of Genesis, the rise and fall of the Roman Republic, and so forth. Go right now to levinforhillsdale.com. There's no cost. Easy to get started. That's LEVIN for Hillsdale.com to register for free. Levin for Hillsdale.com.
I wish people doing good, right?
So there's a lot going on right now. You can see that the Islamists, basically, it's a death cult. And it's not just about killing, it's about doing such inhumane things to other human beings. You've got to ask yourself, what kind of a brain does that? What kind of a mind? And then this is considered religion. Fundamentalists, nonetheless, but religion. It's done in the name of God. It's done in the name of faith. Now, I want you to think about that. Torturing people, raping people, executing them on the spot. Teenagers, even babies, pregnant women. They were caught even walking silently among the protesters, killed. I want you to think about this. We talk about the price of a loaf of bread or a gallon of gasoline. These people in Iran, they wish the Kurds are being crushed as I speak. They're a false reformer. Al-Qaeda in Syria leader working with Erdogan, who is a national socialist Islamist. He's in NATO, just slaughtering these people. I'll be right back.
Your chance at a jackpot is waiting on every corner. Head to your favorite New York lottery retailer and grab a Powerball ticket today for your chance to win the ever-growing jackpot. Currently over $50 million. Good luck out there in New York. Please play responsibly.
Why drop? Now drop your payment. Kick off 2026 with a new Hyundai for less during Rosen Hyundai's New Year New Ride event. Get 0% APR on new 2026 Tucson and Santa Fe models, gas or hybrid. Don't wait. These savings are only here for a limited time at Rosen Hyundai. Visit us just minutes north of I-90 on Brandel Road and online at rosenhyundai.com.
Buy down offer up to $20,000 time. May affect final selling price with approved credit and dealer for dealers. Offer valid through February 2nd, 2026.
When you're an HR pro facing a furious frenzy of tasks and challenges, don't sweat it, because it's all bambooable. Whatable, you ask? Bambooable. Bamboo HR combines oodles of power and a knack for making HR easier, so that everything's bambooable. Just name it. Payroll, that's bambooable. Hiring, onboarding, both bambooable. Hello. Performance management, that's bambooable. So if you're losing sleep over compliance, that's bambooable. Or you're hiring a few dozen people in Ireland, that's bambooable. Or you want to join our thousands of customers who reported saving an average of over $46,000 a year with Bamboo HR, that's bambooable too. Whatever people problem, data difficulty, or growing pain you have, they're all bambooable. Want a $100 gift card just for trying a free demo? Even that's bambooable. All you have to do is visit bamboohr.com/gift card. Easy as that. That's bambooable. That's Bamboo HR.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9.
Investigation. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. After demonstrators disrupted a church service yesterday in St. Paul with chants of ICE out and Renee Good, the federal government says it will examine whether charges will be filed.
The protest sparked outrage among the congregation and fury among Trump administration officials who quickly promised a full investigation. Attorney General Pam Bondi writing on X, quote, attacks against law enforcement and the intimidation of Christians are being met with the full force of federal law. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz's office released a statement saying, quote, while people have a right to speak out, he in no way supports interrupting a place of worship.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt in Minneapolis. This says the Department of Justice has notified a federal appeals court that it will appeal a ruling that federal officers in the Minneapolis area cannot detain or tear gas peaceful protesters who are not obstructing authorities. With the deadline approaching to fund the government, Democrats are pushing funding to limit funding for ICE.
January 30th is the deadline to fund much of the federal government, including ICE. Republicans are ready to pounce. But Democrats are torn between progressive demands to cut ICE and maintaining a fragile government funding truce. Republicans believe the politics of the ICE debate are on their side as the midterms approach. Republicans predict a partial shutdown over ICE could backfire on Democrats.
Fox's Chad Pergram on Capitol Hill. The deal just announced yesterday between the Syrian government and the country's Kurdish-led force already unraveling a day after it was announced. As a new round of battles breaks out, the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces issuing a statement calling for all of our youth to join the ranks of the resistance. Earlier, Syrian government forces and Kurdish fighters clashed around two prisons housing members of ISIS. America's listening to Fox News.
Tonight, mainly clear.
History isn't just in textbook.
Years ago, that's what they're trying to do to your country, to my country, take over.
Las Vegas vibes may be coming to Maryland. I'm Domitory from the Novak Motors News Desk. Good evening. Maryland could soon be getting a scaled-down version of the Las Vegas Sphere, a high-tech entertainment venue.
And for my first big economic development project, I wanted something that would really put Prince George's County on the map.
Prince George's County Executive Aisha Braveboy making the video announcement alongside Maryland Governor Wes Moore.
This will create thousands of jobs,
generating an economic impact of over $1 billion annually once it's open.
The 6,000-seat Maryland Sphere set to be built near National Harbor. Barbara Brick, WMAL and WMAL.com. State lawmakers from Frederick County may push for a big pay bump for the county sheriff.
The job currently pays $125,000 a year, and advocates want to raise it to $175,000, arguing the current rate just isn't competitive. This latest news comes just days after five-term incumbent Chuck Jenkins announced his run for a sixth term. Jenkins told WMAL,
I still feel good. I come to work every day, and after considering a run for maybe other offices, I decided this is where I probably would best serve. So I'm very satisfied and would like to remain sheriff.
Jenkins had no comment on the proposed pay bump. John Matthews on WMAL and WMAL.com.
DC marked MLK Day by continuing a decades-long tradition, annual MLK Holiday DC Peace Walk and Parade. Mayor Muriel Bowser with a message.
When we get knocked down, we get back up.
She went on to add,
Whether you have been here for 5 minutes or 5 generations like me, we are Washington, D.C.
This year's theme, The Struggle is Real, the Fight is Still. WMAL News Time is 8:04. I'm Dina Kodiak, and now here's your WMAL traffic and weather from the Hayden Public Traffic Center.
On the Beltway, first on the Virginia side, you're good to go on the inner loop and on the outer loop. Into Maryland, no delays on the inner loop or on the outer loop in Prince George's County or in Montgomery County. Staying in Montgomery County on 270 between the Beltway and Frederick, lanes are clear on the northbound side and on the southbound side. Back into Prince George's County. If you're traveling between the two beltways, either on the VW Parkway or 95, no reports of any delays between DC and Baltimore. And Route 50 from the Beltway to the Bay Bridge, you're good to go on the eastbound side and on the westbound side. And now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Storm Watch 7 forecast.
Bob Evans creamy mac and cheese and buttery mashed potatoes are made for the moments you can't plan, like last-minute school costumes, glitter explosions, or when little Liam brings 3 friends for dinner. No plan? No problem. Say hello to Plan B.O.B. from Bob Evans, because when you bring out the Bob, you can take comfort in knowing you'll always have something delicious on the table, no matter what the day brings. When you need comfort, bring out the Bob. Available now in your refrigerated section.
Tonight, mainly clear with lows in the teens. Feels like temps in the single digits. Tomorrow, sunny with highs around 30.
You know what they say. Early bird gets the ultimate vacation home. Book early and save over $530 on a week-long stay with Verbo. Because early gets you closer to the action, whether it's waves lapping at the shore or sneezing in a hammock that overlooks, well, whatever you want it to. So you can all enjoy the payoff come summer with Verbo's early booking deals. Rise and shine. Average savings $550. Select homes only. Minimum 7-day stay required.
Your chance at a jackpot is waiting on every corner. Head to your favorite New York lottery retailer and grab a Powerball ticket today for your chance to win the ever-growing jackpot. Currently over $50 million. Good luck out there in New York. Please play responsibly.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Well, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Mark Levin.
But they got rid of the Tom Selleck show, which infuriates me. Not Ion, they run the reruns. But I guess, I don't know, was it NBC or CBS, whatever. But that it really does infuriate me. By the way, Swalwell may have a problem on his hands unless this matter gets before a state judge in California, and they'll grease the skids for him. There's some kind of a film director or producer who brought a lawsuit that he doesn't qualify to run for governor because he's a resident of Washington, D.C., where he spends most of his time. And another one with the mortgages, but that was his primary residence. Now, somebody please tell me how Latucus James got away with that one. You and I would never get away with that. Not that we would even try, but we wouldn't get away with it. But Latucus, she gets away with it. Why? Because there was a hack judge. That's why. It's that simple. There's a hack judge. And that's what hack judges do. Stuff like that. And that's what happened. stuff like that. They have their judges. Their judges are ideologically driven, no matter what. It's the nature of the beast, if you will. Let's see here. Ready for this one, New York Post? They told you what's going on in Iran is a Holocaust. And our friends at the New York Post, haunting image shows pile of abandoned shoes after Iran's bloodthirsty regime burned protesters to death. I don't think the full sense of what's going on over there is being properly exposed in our country. A haunting image shows a pile of abandoned shoes after Iran's bloodthirsty regime trapped surrendering protesters in a historic bazaar and burned them alive in what is being likened to Iran's Holocaust. The picture taken in the city of Rasht, northwest Iran, shows the aftermath of the massacre on January 8, which regime henchmen set fire to the popular marketplace, trapping demonstrators inside and shooting those who tried to escape. Ladies and gentlemen, according to eyewitness accounts and human rights organizations, most of it's sneakers, kids. If this is not a crime against humanity, what is? Said Ashra Sagarshi, an award-winning journalist, former Iranian political prisoner, managing editor of Voice of America's Persian division, sharing the image on X. He compared the picture to the display of victim shoes at the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C., and branded the Iranian theocracy Nazi-like. Join the club, because that's exactly what it is. They belong to people trapped after regime forces set the historic bazaar on fire and shot those trying to escape. The imagery is unmistakable. The victims of the massacre had reportedly surrendered to security forces before being slaughtered. According to Iran Human Rights, a Norway-based NGO, footage of the aftermath shared by the rights organization also shows the burned-out, smoldering remains of the bazaar. These people need to be killed. I'm sorry. There's even more. Iranian protesters, including teen, sexually assaulted by security forces, human rights group says. These are demonic people. These are evil regime people. They just need to be sent on to the ether. Iran security forces are accused of sexually assaulting protesters in custody, including a 16-year-old, during the violent crackdown on anti-government demonstrators that has left thousands dead. At least 2 protesters, including a minor, have detailed the sexual abuse they suffered to the Kurdistan Human Rights Network during their arrest at a rally against the regime, The Guardian reported. During the transfer, security forces touched their bodies with batons. They beat and applied pressure to anal area with a baton through the clothing. And it goes on. The allegations match the descriptions from other human rights groups of the extreme violence carried out specifically against the Kurdish minority in Iran during the protest crackdown. So the Kurdish minority in Iran, the Kurdish minority in Syria, the Kurdish minority in Turkey. The groups have also warned that many more protesters are likely to come forward with similar stories given the horrors demonstrators have faced in 2022 anti-government rallies, when reports emerged of regular rapes, beatings, and torture by state police. The scale could be much larger this time, as an estimated 20,000 people are detained, or like 30,000 now, since the demonstration began. As of Monday, at least 1 protester be confirmed to have been killed as a result of torture by Iran security. 1. It's got to be 1,001. Yeah. These body bags. KHRN warned that at least 20 children and teens remain in custody in one town in Kurdistan provinces in Iran, where the protesters allegedly deprived of legal support. Well, of course, it's, 1 bullet per head. That's it. Brutal hospital raids, Iran security forces use bullets and tear gas on patients and medical staff, mass arrests. I mean, it goes on and on and on. This is just hell on earth. Hell on earth. I feel so bad for these people. And I got to believe we're going to do something about this. And then Khomeini himself, Jerusalem Post, Khomeini, Iran admits to the slaughter and counts on the world to look away. Writes the Jerusalem Post, so-called supreme leader, as you heard me, I call him the supreme killer, is now openly acknowledged what the Islamic Republic has spent weeks trying to obscure. The remarks carried by Iranian state media, Khomeini admitted that several thousand deaths had occurred during Iran's latest wave of national protests while blaming the United States and Israel. Yeah, that's right. Protesters, he declared, were criminals, mercenaries, maharab, enemies of God, a charge that carries the death penalty under Iranian law. I'm telling you, this guy needs to be eliminated, obliterated. The more painful, the better. For our 4 decades, the Islamic Republic has relied on familiar formula for survival, begins with the repression at home, then blames foreign intervention and waits for the world to hesitate. When Iranians protest corruption or inflation, the regime's response is lethal force. When the death toll mounts, Tehran redirects responsibility outward, confident that international outrage will stop short of inconsequential acts. This is one way the regime has furtherly held on to power. The current unrest represents the most serious challenge to the regime since the 2022 Masa Amini protests, arguably since the republic's inception in 1979. Human rights groups estimate that more than 16,000 people have been murdered, tens of thousands arrested. I saw one figure, 330,000. That's the size of Baltimore, just so you know. Iranian officials have publicly warned that detainees will face severe punishment. What the head prosecutor said is they're going to be killed, and soon, in a mass execution. He said it. No Iranian embassies have been closed, nor have any ambassadors been recalled. Diplomatic relations continue largely uninterrupted. That's too bad. It's just too much, really. It's ridiculous. I'll be right back.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Every home service job means another piece of paper, quotes, invoices, checks. It piles up fast. With Jobber, everything is in one place, and businesses grow by an average of 44% in their first year. Less paper, more profit. Jobber.com.
At Excelis Blue Cross Blue Shield, we know healthcare works best when it works together. That's why we provide a coordinated, caring, personalized, and holistic health plan experience, ensuring that people come first. Service is simple, and our network is unmatched, period. It all comes down to connecting the dots for you and your employees, improving care, and helping to manage costs for everyone. Because when everything works together, everybody benefits. Learn more at excelisforbusiness.com.
Your chance at a jackpot is waiting on every corner. Head to your favorite New York lottery retailer and grab a Powerball ticket today for your chance to win the ever-growing jackpot. Currently over $50 million. Good luck out there in New York. Please play responsibly.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Well, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Oh, such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave. I was worried we'd bring back the same team. I meant those blackout motorized shades. Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds. Hard to install? No, it's easy. I installed these and then got some for my mom. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install. Hall of Fame son. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world. Blinds.com is the GOAT.
Visit Blinds.com now for up to 50% off with minimum purchase plus a free professional measure. Rules and restrictions apply.
WMAL.
Does anybody really believe that Washington, especially Congress, is going to reduce the debt? They're not. In fact, nobody even talks about it anymore. That has a massive impact on the value of the dollar and the currency. And it's only a matter of time, in my humble opinion, that this is going to implode. If your retirement is mostly stocks and bonds, you may be taking a risk, more risk than you think. Now look, diversification, that's what real experts talk about. It's a hedge against instability. Have you noticed precious metals, silver and gold, are having a spectacular bull run? Doesn't it make sense to get in it before the rocket takes off? My friends at Domitory Gold have been around since 2000, and they have the experience over more than a quarter of a century to help tailor your portfolio to your needs. If you call now and say Mark sent you, they will cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD, 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Making sense of your world. News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Greatly appreciated.
Making sense of the news. WMAL's Vince Colonnades. Weekdays at noon on 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
Welcome back, America. We're here with really a top lawyer, Mark Goldfeder, CEO of the National Jurist Advocacy. Mark Goldfeder, here's the thing. Mamdani's first step in office is to reverse an executive order of the prior mayor, which basically undermined the definition of anti-Semitism. Can you explain that, number one? And why would he do that?
Sure. First of all, thank you for having me. Why would he do that? Well, again, it's difficult to overstate just how disturbing it is that one of the very first acts as mayor of New York, he decides to set the tone for his administration by rolling back protections for Jewish people. Unbelievable that he did that. You know, the mayor can't decide what is and is not a hate crime, but what he can do is put a finger on the scale and try to decide what is and is not going to be prioritized. The reason he rolled back that particular definition of anti-Semitism is because that definition, the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance, the IRA definition, makes it clear that sometimes anti-Zionism can cross the line into anti-Semitism. In Mamdani's worldview, that's not true.
In Mamdani's worldview, it is hardcore Islamist, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, unabashedly.
And he gets elected anyway, but not by a lot. And he says things and he does things even now. The country saw what happened to that, I guess it was a Jewish synagogue, and the Hamas supporters were there shouting down parishioners and so forth and so on. Did they get permission to protest there right in front of the synagogue?
Incredibly enough, they got a permit. And again, just to be clear, the city has clear authority and responsibility to be imposing and enforcing content-neutral, time, place, and manner restrictions to protect public safety and to prevent what this was. This wasn't just a protest. This was targeted intimidation, right? Particularly where there are prior demonstrations that have included these same masked participants that are chanting things for glorifying violence, right? This is conduct that is reasonably perceived as threatening members of a particular community. There is nothing in the First Amendment that requires the city to tolerate this and to give that kind of permit.
Are there not federal laws or a federal law that violates too?
Sure, the FACE Act, the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances. It's an abortion clinic act, but there's a paragraph 2 which says, or houses of religious worship. You know, a couple of years ago, when there was this pogrom outside of Ada Torah Synagogue in Los Angeles, people were being beaten in the streets outside of the shul. And everybody, from the mayor of Los Angeles to then President Biden, said the right thing. It's a horrible act of anti-Semitism, but no one did anything. Not a single person was indicted. So we brought a FACE Act violation because, again, the nice thing about these useful idiots that do these protests is that they're still idiots at the end of the day. So they bragged about how they were going to block a synagogue. They filmed themselves blocking the synagogue, and then they bragged about how they blocked the synagogue. We said, great. You said, how many people there? $5,000 per violation? Wonderful. Now there's $2 million of deterrence, and you won't do it again. And they're never coming back to that synagogue. So what we have started doing is bringing those spaces around the country. And we're pushing the city to enact its own version of the FACE Act, a state or a citywide version that would give a private right of action as well. There is a criminal right of action for blocking synagogue.
Now, you litigate a lot. Do you find this group CARE has its hand invisible and sometimes very obvious in a lot of this?
I mean, CARE is the unindicted co-conspirator of the largest terror financing case in history. It's documents going back 30 years showing that they are literally openly supporting Hamas. It's beyond the pale, I believe, that they're still allowed to do the kind of things that they do right out there in the open. And I'm never surprised when I see the kinds of heinous statements that they make. You know, again, the White House stopped working with them, I believe, when they said that they were happy about October 7th, something along those lines, but they have said horrible things. Anytime you find a tragedy, you'll find CARE there trying to spin it. You know, during this whole Somali plot thing, CARE came out and said that this was really an Israeli plot. Okay. I mean, look, I don't think people can take them seriously at that point, but the fact that they're out there trying to spin it is worrisome in and of itself.
Just wondering about the tax code, whatever their status is, 501c3 or 4 or whatever it is. I mean, isn't that problematic?
There are definitely those who are already pushing for investigation into that. And, you know, unfortunately, a lot of these laws are murky and they allow for a lot of dark money to be flowing in, but hopefully there'll be some reform in that area as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, I notice this is an organization that when you really challenge it, it backs up, because I've been here a long time. And when I first came on, they were kind of nascent group, getting stronger and stronger, and they were intimidating local hosts who would dare to talk about Islamism and them. And I came on and said, well, go ahead and sue me, because I'm going to counterclaim you, and I'm going to have all kinds of discovery. I'm not going to surrender. I'm not going to agree to anything. And they never did. So in the end, they really want to protect their books, don't they?
Very much so. Again, I think that a lot of what you see with these groups is, if you would go one level under, there's this unbelievably incestuous network of bad actors that are all deeply connected. And one thing that they don't want you to see is how exactly they are connected. You know, we're in a lawsuit against CARE, but they're also, SJP is involved. And so are another number of other groups that are operating
for justice in Palestine.
Yeah. Right. Again, they're a parent organization, American Muslims for Palestine. You know, we have a lawsuit against Palestine Chronicle, which is a 501c3, an American quote-unquote media outlet that was actually paying a journalist in Gaza who was holding hostages in his home. And when he did a little bit of pressing, it turns out that the editor-in-chief of this magazine, his daughter is the head of social media for American Muslims for Palestine and for Students for Justice in Palestine. And, you know, they're having dinner with this one from CARE. It's all one big, unfortunate mob situation. And it's very, very scary. And one of the things they don't want you to do, again, is to pierce that veil and get under the hood and see how they're connected.
And it is scary, because these aren't people who want to live and let live. They don't want to assimilate. They want to conquer. They want to threaten and intimidate. And there's got to be a way at some point for us to figure out how to be able to control this situation. I can talk about free speech and freedom of association all they want, but at least in cases where people are not here as actual citizens and so forth, can't they be removed?
They absolutely can be, and they should be. Mahmoud Khalil is an excellent example of that. Mahmoud Khalil is the former leader of CUAD, Columbia University Apartheid Divest, which is Columbia University's new version of SJP. Again, we filed a lawsuit against him and several others, accusing them of outright material support for terror. But the administration said, look, he has to be deported because regardless of whether or not he did or didn't provide action to support terror, he's certainly endorsing and supporting terror. And that is one of the grounds for removal under the immigration.
Fucking James Carville, that son of a bitch.
Really big win.
All right.
When a federal judge said that.
Alpesh Patel came up here earlier pretending to be you. I let him up.
You're kidding me.
I banned him.
So good.
No, I'm not kidding you. You know what I do? I let the thing up. I speak. He wouldn't speak. Don't be showing no pictures.
Don't worry.
I've been paying attention to this fucking idiot Wiggin. Something wrong
He's
with
stirring
that
up the hornet's nest.
Yeah, he's up there arguing Will, trying to make the point that Charlie Kirk isn't really dead. His wife is leaving him. He's not a real Christian to save Turning Point. Oh, it's just his fucking usual shit.
His head is up his ass.
And I listened to you when you were up there.
I made sense, didn't I?
It just, Gotti, I'm here to have fun in that. But that's just pure harassment. What they're doing is pure harassment.
It's true.
It's pure harassment. They got to use my mother, running around trying to make people mad. There's a Latin word for that, and I can't think of what it is. And I let
call
my
it storum.
Yeah, I can't remember. I let my niece use my college dictionary a long time ago, and it never got returned. That fucking dictionary is an important tool.
Oh, shit, Billy, I got some pasta on the stove. It's overflowing. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll wait for you. Turn the music back up.
It's truck and SUV season. At Richard Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for win. Like a Ford F-150 XLT. Wheels for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander? Just $20,999. Or a beautiful Chevy truck C71. Yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs.
All right, Wiggin just said, this is why we have a depression after every war. So after World War II, we had a depression. That's when the baby boom started. The 50s were good. The 60s were good. I grew up in the 60s and the 70s. The Wiggin's a boomer himself. So after every war, we have a depression. You ever think maybe we've been in a depression irregardless of war? I mean, a war is depressing. Is your country in depression if it's at war? I mean, we had a civil war. Will Durant is right. The founding fathers, they were not deists. As a matter of fact, most of them were agnostic. They believed in God, they prayed to God, but they believe it's impossible for any of us to know who God is. So anybody's, wants to fucking use it as a crutch against people. You get into a fucking church cult. Hitler was a cult. That was a cult what they established there. Because they murdered people. No God is going to tell you to murder another human being. Not in the name of God. Not because they don't believe what you believe. And here's Wiggin up there being a hypocrite on his phone. I can't listen no more, Will Durant. I knew that was you, Will Durant, doing that. Right? I do that shit because Wiggin's watching.
Service is simple, and our network is unmatched. Period. It all comes down to connecting the dots for you.
He's got me banned on his panel. He won't let me up. Oh, you got other accounts? No. Any account I use on that phone is going to stay on that one account for me to go up on the panel. Period. And it happened to be my main account, one of them. I mean, you don't have just one main account. Kiddos, I don't really want to talk to you, kiddos. I'm going to let you up. But the first thing that rolls off your tongue that I don't want to hear, I'm going to boot you. You understand?
Hey, Billy, my good friend Billy, how are you doing?
I'm listening to Wiggin make an ass of himself again.
Hey, that's an everyday occurrence.
I mean, why would you say, "Oh, you don't believe Charlie Kirk is dead"? He's getting a divorce, and he doesn't want a divorce. He's going to lose Turning Point USA. the founding fathers are deists and all this shit. He's unraveling.
Who is?
Wiggin.
Wiggins been unraveling for fucking since I've known him. Wiggins is starting to progress in his unraveling. You know, I mean, Billy.
He's got me
How are
banned.
you-
He's calling me out again. He's got my handle banned that I used to go up on panels with.
Well, why don't you go up and visit him? Why don't you go up on his panel?
He won't let me up. He's got me banned.
Really? Well, why don't you ask him? Go on his fucking.
Why would I ask? He fucking didn't you hear what I just fucking said? He called me out again today. He opens a chat and says I won't go up on his panel, but he has me blocked. Do you fucking understand that, kiddos?
Well,
all right. Why would I go fucking ask you?
Hey, check this out, Billy. Did you watch any football games this weekend?
No, I don't watch football. Ever since Kaepernick kneeled during the national anthem, fuck that. Fuck them assholes. Sick.
Yeah.
Seriously. I'm
watching.
fucking dead serious.
Yeah, I'm watching. Hey, check this out.
Now, I watch college football from time to time.
If you can guess to the penny the exact amount that's in this jar, I'll give you $1,000.
Not interested. There ain't very many in there.
It's mostly pennies and nickels.
You're not around. I have something.
Yeah, I got shitloads of nickels. I have a nickel. I have a nickel collection, and I've got a lot of fucking nickels.
But other than that,
sound like you got a couple rolls of nickels in your mouth when you talk with that fucking slack jaw going back and forth.
Yeah.
just $20 a month.
What'd Linda do? Sit on your face too long or something? Broke your jaw or what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What's wrong with your buddy Patrick New York, anyways? What is this fucking?
I don't know what's wrong with him.
They don't know who you are. They don't care who you are. They got
I don't know. Gotti's in chat. Let Gotti up.
He was just up on the panel.
Yeah, we'll get his ass up here.
Yeah, I'll post the link again.
Gotti, get your ass up here, you motherfucker.
They care about giving back to those who serve.
Yeah.
If you're active or former military or first responder, you're going to get an additional 20%.
What time is it?
Every single month.
8:36.
The easiest way to free up cash flow is
I was going to roll a joint, but I'm almost ready for bed. I was up early this morning.
Well, go to bed.
The fucking weather's been fucking cold and windy and snowy. I was out on it this morning. My nephew went ice fishing today. They got a whole fucking big old pile of perch. They caught a lot of
Really?
perch.
What's the legal limit?
I don't know. I ain't been fishing. Perch, you can catch as many as you want, I think.
Perch? Hey, I tell you what, when I was a kid, check this bullshit out, man. When I was a kid, we used to go up to northern Wisconsin to a town called Chautauqua. And that's where my grandma and grandpa on my dad's side lived. And he had a pontoon. And we would fucking go out to the garden. He had a big garden. And we would go out to the garden and dig up earthworms. And we would take fishing poles and go out on the pontoon and catch fish. And we caught a lot of bluegill, a lot of perch, and a couple bass every now and then.
Kills, what you do? Have a stroke? You look like you're fucking weak as shit, man. What happened to you?
Listen, Gotti, I'm not in the mood for your bullshit, so you can fucking
I'm
check that
serious.
shit at the fucking door.
You look like you lost about 50 pounds. Your fucking head looks like a pin.
Listen, you're gonna lose about 50 pounds when I smack the taste out your mouth.
You don't look like you can smack anything right now, dude. You look weak.
Tell you what, I'll floor you with one punch, motherfucker.
Do one push-up and see what we can do from there.
Look, I'll fucking...
Yeah, I want to see Kittles do a push-up. That would be funny.
I can do push-ups, motherfucker.
Remember when he came up here fat as a tick?
I don't think you can do. I don't think you can do a push-up. I don't think
Have
you
you
can
ever? Have you ever heard?
No, Kittles. Don't say you. Don't call me you. Okay? Listen.
Billy.
No, you listen. You're on my panel. Wiggins Live. You can go over there. It ain't gonna happen up here. He let Colin up on that fucking panel. And that motherfucker just kept talking and talking and talking. It ain't going to happen up here.
Hey.
Now, why are you up on my panel?
Who? You talking to Gotti?
No, I'm talking to you.
I just come up here to talk. That's all.
Well, how many times have I told you I don't really want to talk to you?
Yeah, you do.
Hey, kiddos, if I send you a gift certificate to Olive Garden, will you use it?
Fuck yeah, I would. I go rob that motherfucker.
You son of a bitch, dude.
Give me all your fucking money and breadsticks too,
You
asshole.
piece of shit.
I applied.
No fucking shame.
Hey,
No
when
shame.
I was looking for a job back in June, I applied at the Olive Garden.
You son of a bitch.
The one you robbed?
Why does he look like Popeye?
The one I robbed, the Olive Garden I robbed was in motherfucking Missouri. In Joplin, Missouri.
Kiddos, you could be a spokesman for spinach. You got the jaw for it.
Fuck you. Hey, I'm looking. There's a company I'm looking to work for called fucking Allegiance, and they pay $22 an hour. It's a warehouse picking job like Amazon. I applied for that job.
You know they're looking for dildo testers, kiddos.
Yeah.
You'd be perfect for that.
Hey, I applied for that job, and I've got an interview tomorrow.
I'm sure you'll get it.
I've got a job interview there tomorrow at 1:00, and it pays $22 an hour.
Oh, make sure you put on your best outfit and go in there.
Yeah. So I'm making $16 an hour now, so that's $6 an hour more.
Where's Linda?
She's at work.
Oh, okay. So you're just walking around the house.
Yeah, I'm just walking around the house. I'm bored.
Ever since JC left, we don't see you anymore.
Huh?
Ever since JC disappeared, we don't see you anymore on panels or anything. It's a good thing, though.
Gotti, Wiggin didn't have an answer when you made the comment. Why are you worried about my channel with 3 viewers?
Well, he has to worry. Otherwise, he has no content, right?
I mean, they do the same here. I'm the only viewer and that. Yeah. Why? What the fuck is with Patrick New York anyway?
Patrick loves to fucking go back and forth. He's like a fucking ping pong ball.
Hey, Billy, look what I got.
What the fuck is the matter with him?
A bit of honey.
Billy likes bit of honeys. Billy loves these things.
Really?
Yeah, Billy loves.
I got a candy jar still. It's got that. I got some root beer barrels.
Yeah,
my cousin ate all the nuggets up, the white nugget candy. He ate every fucking single one of them motherfuckers.
Let's see. I've got
playing cards.
Hey, look. Yeah. I got a jar of root beer barrels too.
Oh shit! The light went off in my refrigerator. I'll be right back.
The light went off in my refrigerator.
Hey, look what I got.
Yep.
I got a jar of Dad's root beer barrels, and I got a jar of bit of honeys, and I got a jar of Werther's Originals.
I bet you I got a jar of something you don't have.
What? Look at that shit. Oh my God, Billy. Hey. Damn. Where'd you get that shit?
I grew it.
You grew it? Is it any good?
Sure it is.
Does it get you high, or is it just Reggie?
Sure does.
Really? It gets you high?
Does me. Works.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not buying any pot from a dispensary or offline or anything like that.
Oh, that's just expensive. That's just expensive.
I don't pay $10 a gram for pot.
Yeah. But anyways, Billy, so where did Dickhead go? I don't know where he went.
Only God knows what that fucking guy is doing. He might have went to Wiggins' chat again. I don't know, because Wiggins still live.
Wiggins got me banned. I can't even post in his chat.
Yeah, like who is it that Jesus came here to over?
Yeah, he wanted me to come up and debate Jesus with him and all that shit, but he's got me banned. Because, you know, he's a buddy fucker.
Yeah.
I don't know if Gotti will be back or not. Gotti might have went and opened his stream because, you know, he has a stream too.
Does he?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep, he does.
Oh. Well, so what's this I hear that you're teaming up with Dougie Doug? Is there any truth to that?
Where'd you hear that from?
I heard it through the grapevine now.
No. Don't say something. Who told you that?
I'm not saying.
Well, then shut your fucking mouth then.
But I was informed that
Doug and his fucking little friends are piss pots. That's all there is to it. You want me to talk about Doug? I'll talk about Doug. You ever read his fucking description on his stream? Right? Someone doesn't talk to you, don't keep posting at him and shit, but his fucking they hide in his chat just like they did JC, and they go out to the other chat and they fucking troll. They can't take it themselves. So fuck Doug. He ain't got the balls to come up here right now. Doug does not have the balls to come up here and face me. No more than Wiggin does. I'm leaving. I'll be back, though. I'm going to take a break. I've been live 2 hours, 42 minutes. Been up all day. And I'm going to come back.
All right.
Before I say something I don't want to say. Because it is pissing me off.
So I heard
you and your little friend, fucking Siberian gal pal. Yeah, they're all a bunch of Trump haters. That's all there is to it. I'll be back. I'm leaving for a minute. I got to take a break because
I heard you.
Wiggins a chicken shit motherfucker. I'll be back, Wiggin. I'll be back, you toothless fuck.
I heard
but I'm going to take a break.
I heard you kiss Wiggins' ring.
You think you come around and piss people off? I'm pissing you off now, kiddos.
What?
All right, because you have nothing. You're nothing. You're an idiot. You're an idiot just like the rest of Doug's people. So go tell your little friend, ever who fucking gossiped to you. Oh, I heard that through the grapevine. Yeah.
Yeah, that you were teaming up with Dougie Doug.